Hello, we are Football Couple.
Hello.
And today we're going to be travelling the country as we plan to visit 6 Premier League stadiums in one day for our brand new pack opening series, FCC Stadium Tour. So we are giving ourselves 40 minutes at each stadium, and including that and the travel time, it should take us around 11 hours because we do have to travel quite far. We're travelling a total of 307 miles. So the plan is to leave our house at 8 AM. At 10:15 we want to be arriving at Turf Moor, Burnley. At midday we're hoping to arrive at Goodison Park, Everton. 45 minutes later we want to be arriving at Anfield, Liverpool. Then back on the road again till 2:15, where we want to be going to Manchester, Old Trafford. Then at 3:15 we want to be getting to the Etihad, Manchester City, and eventually ending at Ellen Road, Leeds for 5 o'clock before heading home, hopefully arriving home around 7 o'clock. So we have left Leeds to last because there is a chance that we might not make it to Leeds, but we have left that to last because it is closest to us. So if we don't make it today, we will try and go back a different time. So the plan is to open 5 Premier League packs at each stadium, and we're going to see if we can pull a card of that team at their stadium, and if we do, that will be a point. That's regardless whether that is an insert or not. So this video is going to be a vlog documenting the day, but there will be a series. It's going to be a weekly series with a different stadium every week, so make sure you are subscribed to our channel if you do want to see that. But we have already phoned ahead to each stadium to tell them our plans and to get an update on the pandemic situation. So we're going to talk about our experience as we go through each stadium, because some were better than others. And of course we will be following all the guidelines. So we hope you guys are going to enjoy this. It's going to be an awesome day, so let's go. Alright, so as far as that schedule goes, forget everything we've just said because we're already running an hour behind at this point. So the journey to Burnley was pretty good, but in Burnley it's an absolute nightmare. Basically the satellite navigation hates Burnley. It kind of takes you to near where you want to be, but not quite there. So then you have to kind of figure it out, and obviously in unfamiliar surroundings that's quite difficult. Although in saying that, that was to a supermarket, and the journey from the supermarket to the stadium wasn't too bad. There were lots of testing stations and people in Burnley seem to be panicking a little, panic buying and things like that, so it is a little bit difficult to navigate whilst trying to maintain distance. So an hour late, we're at Burnley.
So Turf Moor is a nice little stadium, but most of it is only accessible by the car park. And as we said, we did phone ahead and we were told the car park would be open, but we need a permit to record, and we were told to contact a guy called Darren. So we did that, and unfortunately he didn't actually respond. And the woman we spoke to on the phone was a little rude, and she did end up giving us the wrong information, because when we got there the car park wasn't actually open and we had planned to record in there, so that was a bit of a problem. So just for fun we have decided to rate each phone call out of 5 stars, and unfortunately because of those things we are going to have to give Burnley a 1 star. We had to record in a park next to the stadium, but when we did, this happened. So that is a guy randomly angle grinding in his back garden, because he lives quite close to the stadium, so that was pretty frustrating because we had to wait to record. So overall, Burnley was quite stressful outside the stadium, but in the stadium the staff were really friendly and they were great. They made a lot of effort to help, so we managed to leave Burnley at 12.
We're in Liverpool. Yeah, we know we were supposed to go to Goodison Park first, but once again we've got satellite navigation problems because we put in the postcode for the parking near Goodison Park and it took us straight to Anfield. So we arrived at Anfield at 1:30, and previously when we rang up, the guy on the phone was very helpful. He was actually pretty excited that we were coming to the stadium to record a video, so 5 stars to this guy. But what he didn't tell us was that the stadium would be open. because we had just assumed that everything would be closed because of the pandemic. For example, the supermarkets in Liverpool were very strict. Then going to the stadium, it was a little surreal because they even had stadium tours open and it felt very touristy. There was even this guy selling flags.
Champions flag £5. £5 for champions flag.
The stadium itself was pretty amazing, the atmosphere was great. The only problem we had was that there wasn't many people distancing. As you can see though, the shop was quite large, so that did help, and we did spend quite a lot of time here, so we didn't actually leave till 10 to 3. We're at Everton.
So we arrived at 3 PM and we did know that the stadium was going to be closed and completely gated off because we were told on the phone when we rang. But we did have to ring more than once, so for that reason we will be giving Everton 4 stars. And with everything being closed, we tried to make up some time. Sorry Everton. The stadium was basically on the streets. We did actually park outside someone's house and we were still literally right next to the stadium. It had a very different feel to Anfield in a good way. It had a very vintage feel. And you can definitely get a sense that football is a huge part of this city. We did only spend 30 minutes at Everton, so we left here at 3:30.
We're at Manchester City. This is our 4th stadium of the day and we arrived here at 5. Basically the schedule doesn't even matter at this point. We've more or less given up on Leeds today, but one of the reasons for the delay this time was that the car park we were sent to was actually a testing area as well, so we did have to go through some security checks and some procedures just to be able to park.
We had originally planned to go to Old Trafford first, but because the guy on the phone said the car park would close at 6, we decided to come here instead. Also, the guy we spoke to on the phone was really excited about car parks. He told us everything about the car parks, every opening time, anything we could have possibly known, apart from there being a testing site. So we're still going to give him a good 4 stars.
So of course, with it being after 5, everything such as the shop was closed, which was a shame because this probably would have been one of the best experiences if everything was open, but instead we only saw about 4 people as it was quite empty. We were running around this stadium still trying to make up time, so we did leave here at 5:30. We're at Manchester United. So this is the last stop on our tour. Unfortunately, we do have to leave Leeds out, but it has been awesome.
So we've essentially came back on ourselves here and the traffic was getting pretty busy now, so we didn't arrive until 5:55. But we did manage to park very close to the stadium, which did surprise us because when we phoned, the woman we spoke to was useless. She just repeatedly said that the stadium is closed and didn't answer a single question, so we have no choice but to give her 1 star. At the stadium, it was mainly us and one other guy, so it was very chilled. It was a nice way to end the day, even if our tripod did get blown over by the wind. Oh no.
Why didn't you put the bag on it? Unfortunately, we didn't manage to make it to Leeds. but we do hope to visit at a later date. Maybe we'll do a second series with different stadiums. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see that. But let's tell you about the phone call that we made beforehand. Leeds was the only stadium not to answer. We went straight through to an automated message and we were charged for it. So no stars for you, Leeds, you are the worst. So like we said, this is going to be a weekly series with a different stadium every week, so be sure to look out for those. But for today, that is going to do it, so we'll see you next time.
Bye!